Hey folks, today just wanted to talk about mindset with this game. Now, having been a pro for 30 years this year, um, I've seen all manner of things that come up in my own game and with pupils that I teach. Um, so the way I've designed this course is to keep it as simple as possible. I don't want you to go down the rabbit hole of searching for new stuff. Let's stick to the guides. They will be your foundation and basically the process that you're going to go through, and that's going to help you stick on the right path. So keep to the scorecard. The scorecard is going to be your coach. This is going to give you everything that you need moving forward. It's your feedback both for me and for you to know what you need to work on. You only need to practice what's necessary. So don't feel like you've got to beat thousands of balls. Let's just keep it, whatever the scorecard's told you, stick to that, practice that, and you don't need to do anything else at this stage. And we need to build a process that you can commit to, especially for when we go on the course. We'll discuss this in further videos about getting game plan and all this sort of stuff. It's all stuff you can do behind the scenes. So when you go out, you've got a real clear vision of what you're trying to do in both practice and play. Now, golf is inconsistent by nature. You're not going to always play your best, and this is down to multiple factors. So we play this sport outdoors. So you're going to be affected by wind, rain. Are the ground conditions soft? Are they bone hard? All of these things you're going to have to adapt, and that is the art of this game. Your body might feel a bit achy one day, and you can't move like you want to. So once you understand, and we'll go into this in the purposeful practice stuff. Once you understand the core elements behind playing golf, or at the end of the day, it's all about ball striking. If you know how to strike a golf ball, then it's easy to fall back on things to make sure you strike that. And I will give you a story. Actually, a couple of years ago, a friend and we were trying to qualify for a big national event, and this is before I had my hip replacement, and my back used to flare up really badly, and I literally picked him up in the morning and I was like, Ben, you could be on your own today. Back's really bad. So we had the hour's drive to the golf course, literally got out the car, signed in and what have you, and then I went down to the indoor practice net, and I was literally stood there bent over going, oh my god, I don't like this at all. But obviously we were there, so got all the clubs out, and I thought maybe I can do something. Hit my first tee shot. It was a par 3, a couple hundred yards, and I had to hit my 3-wood. My swing was so short and tight that I had to hit the 3-wood for it. Got on the second tee, pulled driver out, and I literally got to the top of my backswing and went, no, can't do that. So I let the other guys go, and I had to really quickly understand, right, how can I get this club on ball whilst protecting my back, because I'm out there for 4 hours playing 18 holes. And I managed to, knowing what I know, I ended up putting the ball way back in my stance, loaded all my weight on my back foot, and just hit these little knuckle hooks all the way around. Luckily it was dry and bouncy, so everything was running a mile. And we ended up, Ben was on top form, which was great, and we ended up qualifying and going to Portugal. So that's going off on a tangent there, but that just shows you the adaptability that I have as a player. And if I can impart that knowledge onto you, then you're not going to get frustrated that you can't move the same every time. Another thing you've got to look for, you are going to get bad breaks. Okay, the golfing gods are not always with you, and you have to accept that. So one day you might play everything superbly. You've hitting your zones, you're hitting the greens, and then for whatever reason you have a bad day putting, or you might get a few dodgy bounces that end up in bunkers or whatever. And on the flip side of that, you might have a day where you're playing rubbish, but you get the bounce out of the trees, you get the bounce onto the green, you hole a few long putts, and all of a sudden you're scoring probably lower than you scored the week before because of the breaks. That is golf. It is consistently inconsistent. So once you get your head around all of that, then you're going to be a much more rounded golfer. You've got to accept the bad breaks, accept the good breaks, and just move on. It is a game after all. Great game, frustrating game. So hopefully that helps. Drop me a comment below if any of that resonates with you. And I shall see you on the next video.